Welcome back to Dial C for Cricket. Cheteshwar Pujara made his debut against Australia, and in his very first match, he went on to hammer a 50. That was a very special occasion for many reasons, Cheteshwar. Take us through the moments that made the match for you and made the test match for a very special person in your life.
Yeah, I mean everything has changed after that. That was my dream to make a debut for the country and do well for the country. And when I got out in the first innings, I was a bit disappointed.
No, but before all of that, were you aware that you were selected ahead of Yuvraj Singh? Because he wasn't. We were surprised as well. But then what really looked good about it was that finally the selectors are trying somebody new. They're trying a gentleman who scored tons of runs in the domestic circuit, who's suited for this format. And we said, wow, Cheteshwar Pujara, they've set the saddle on the right horse.
Yes, I was really happy after getting selected for that tour. But I wasn't part of playing 11 in first two test matches, and in the third test, I wasn't sure before the evening of the match that I might be in the final 11.
All right.
Because everyone was doing well, and I made my debut because VVS Laxman was injured, and I get to know that I'm playing in the final 11 before an hour of the match.
Okay, and nervous, thoda butterflies in the stomach, Australia?
Little bit. But it was a big opportunity for me because I was dreaming of this and I wanted to play for the country. So that's the best opportunity.
Right. In the first innings, you scored 4, if I remember. You got LBW out.
Yeah, I scored 4.
And many believe that decision was probably a little harsh on you. Should have gone the other way, but you were dismissed out. When you're walking back to the pavilion, did you tell yourself, "Oops, what a bad start I've had. I could have done better. Oh no, what am I going to do?" Something like that? Some thoughts?
I was really angry on myself.
Why is that?
Because I wanted to score runs, but it didn't happen. And
I thought you would be angry on the umpire because many believe that decision was...
When I got out, I thought I was out.
Okay.
And it was a balanced decision, you can say that, because it wasn't that it was completely wrong decision. But after the innings, I mean, I think that was third day or second day, I don't remember it. But after the innings, Sachin Paji came to me and told me that even if I was batting on 100 and if I would have got that ball, even I would have got out.
Wow.
So that encouraged me.
That acted as buffer to you as well, and that really gave you that motivation?
Yeah, definitely. Because when you are out and when you are sad and someone like legend of the game comes to you and says that, then you get the confidence that you haven't done anything wrong because your preparation was up to the mark. But this is one of those things which...
one of those deliveries where not many batsmen can do much about it. Right, what happened in the first innings, let's forget it. We don't want to talk about it. But what happened in the second innings, Mr. Pujara, I'm sure you'd like to talk all day about it. And you would like to really describe each and every moment. Firstly, in the second innings, when the first wicket fell, we were expecting Rahul Dravid to walk out. But another gentleman walked out. Who was he?
Yeah, that was me, and it was part of team strategy because Rahul Dravid he bats at number 3, and
before you, I thought I'd ask you now only. Yeah. What's the comparison with Rahul Dravid? I'm reading everywhere that you've been called the next wall of Indian cricket. Comparisons have been drawn. Unfair. Let's be very honest about it. A legend, 10,000 runs in both the formats. You'd agree to it. Yeah. But how do you take it?
It's a big compliment for me because if someone is comparing me with Rahul Dravid, it's a big compliment because they are seeing something in me. That's why they are comparing with him. So it's a confidence booster as well because you can tell yourself that there is something in you which people are recognizing and they are telling.
Right. Yeah. So now take us to that number 3 position against Australia in the third test.
So as I said earlier, it was a team's strategy because I was batting at number 5 and Suresh Raina was batting at number 6. So if we lose early wickets, we have to bat at number 5 and 6, myself and Raina, and we were a bit inexperienced in this format. Right. And that was my debut match. So they wanted me to bat up the order and
bring some experience below the order with Dravid still coming to bat. Yeah, okay,
that's correct.
And so when you walked out, you were nervous, right?
Definitely, I was nervous.
What was going through your mind then? First innings, you've got out for 4.
Well, when I got out in the first innings, I was disappointed for a couple of days. And on one of the evenings of the match, I think that was 4th day, on that evening I was thinking that what can I do next? I mean, whatever has happened, that is past. Now, how will I bat in the second innings? So I thought that I've worked hard, I've got the talent. I don't need to think much about what I'll do in the on the crease. So I just thought that I wouldn't think anything, and whenever I'll get my chance in the second innings, I'll just bat. I don't need to think anything about it.
Right, you and Murli Vijay enjoyed a wonderful partnership together first up. How was it batting with Vijay over there? He eased the pressure off you because he's a natural stroke maker.
I think we have got very good rapport. So we always communicated in between the overs. Sometimes we passed a joke.
Why are you smiling? Because you passed a joke as well in the middle.
Yeah,
you got to share at least 1 or 2 jokes now with us. What are the jokes you were cracking?
See, when Mitchell Johnson was bowling some bouncers, we spoke to each other that he's bowling quick bounces. We have to, admire that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And we were making fun out of it.
Right after that partnership with Murli Vijay, another gentleman walked in because after Murli Vijay departed, Mr. Tendulkar came to the crease, and then Pujara and Tendulkar shared a wonderful partnership. Take us through that time where you spent in the middle with Sachin Tendulkar. What did he keep telling you in the match, and what was it like batting alongside him?
First of all, I was happy because
you were happy Vijay got out and Tendulkar came?
not in that way.
Okay.
But because I was set and he came in. Because when I went in to bat in the first innings, he was set and I was walking in, so I was nervous.
Oh, wonderful.
But at that time I was set.
So when he walked in, you said, Sachin Paji, don't worry, you take your time, I'll get the runs.
No, not in that way.
Okay.
You don't need to tell him.
Yeah, very true.
But I was happy that I am set, so there is a chance that I won't get out this time. Right. So I'll have some time to spend with him, and I'll learn something.
Right. And you learned a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead. Elaborate how was it?
After that, when he came in, that he told me that we'll be in our zone. You just you are batting well, you just continue it. And in between, whenever I was doing something wrong, he used to come to me and tell me
like
that
what?
Like at times I wasn't playing well when he was bouncing the balls, or at times when he was bowling in swingers, I had to be careful. So there were a couple of small tips from him, which helped me a lot. And even when I scored my 50, he appreciated it, but he told me that the game is not over yet because we were chasing 211.
True.
So yeah, I told myself that I need to be focused again. I have to concentrate again and start scoring runs again.
Right. Somewhere else you mentioned, he came up to you and told, this is a God-sent opportunity. Now in many ways, Sachin is called the God in India, and he said it's a God-sent opportunity. Whatever said and done, what did these words mean to you? Because at the end of the day, you made full use of this opportunity.
Yeah, it meant a lot because...
he told you in the center of the pitch, in the middle of the pitch?
In the middle of the pitch.
It's a very big opportunity, don't let it go.
He didn't tell that don't let it go, because he knew that I was under pressure. But he told me that you don't need to think much because God has given you the opportunity and He will let you do the things. So I think it happened because when Sachin Paji and Murli Vijay was batting in the first innings, we had 150 runs lead, and in the end we were I think 180 or 200 runs ahead of Australians, and I think I never thought that I'll get a chance to bat in the second innings. So somehow it happened and I got a chance, and I was also pushed up the order. So it was all God's will.
Right. You departed at 72. Nathan Horrocks got you out. You felt that you should have gone and got the 3-figure mark? It rankled in your mind when you were walking back?
I was really disappointed because I wanted
to score. Did Sachin tell you something on the way back from the non-striker's end?
He told me that well played. And I think I was really feeling bad, but I was even happy because I scored 72. So it was mixed feelings at that point in time. But by the way, you keep talking about you being an aggressive batsman. Do you know your strike rate in that particular match? I think it was somewhere around 80. 80.89. Let's make it 81. You scored those 72 and 89 balls with 7 fours and in 129 minutes, which says that you do have that aggressive streak in you as well. At the end of the day, after the presentation, what was it like from the teammates around you? What did they come and tell you? What are the best compliment you received that day? I think every teammate came to me and congratulated me. And at that moment you felt that now I have slowly made a mark in Indian cricket and I should now become a regular fixture in the test format? At that time I wasn't thinking anything. But I was satisfied because I contributed on the team's success, and we were close to winning the match, and we ultimately won the match. But when I got out and when I was in the dressing room, I was a bit disappointed because I didn't score the century. But everyone was coming to me and appreciated my innings, and they told me that you have done the job for the team, and we are, I mean,
match
about to
winning,
win.
match winning 72 on debut. Yeah. Sachin Tendulkar in the presentation mentioned that Pujara showed tremendous character.
Big compliment.
Right, of course, it's a big compliment.
Difficult to describe. I mean, the way he told about me, but yeah, as I said, it's a big compliment.
Right, what happened there was wonderful for you. Because of that, you earned a berth in the tests in South Africa series. You didn't score big, but you spent a lot of time in the middle. That in itself would have given you a whole lot of confidence because you were facing the likes of Markle and Steyn in South African conditions. How was it?
Yeah, it was really good. I remember Sachin Paji telling in one of the interviews couple of weeks back that one of the most challenging wickets over the bowlers he faced recently was Dale Steyn and Morning Markle. So, I mean, after hearing that, I was I was a bit shocked, and I was a bit happy as well because I have faced them and I knew that how it felt, because it was challenging, being honest. It wasn't easy to face them.
Right, I'm so sorry. I just moved from Bangalore to South Africa, but just coming back to the Bangalore test, that test in many ways was a very emotional one for you as well. Cheteshwar, take us through, tell us why was it that emotional for you?
Because it was my mom's 5th anniversary, and I got to know about it when I finished the match. But it was the most satisfying moment of my life because I promised my mom that I will make a debut for the Indian team, and I did that, and I also did well for the team. So it was the most satisfying moment.
Because it's believed that as your dad helped you on the field to hone your skills, your mother inculcated the right values into you as you grew up as a cricketer. I mean, of course, at this point in time, you've done her really proud. I mean, the feeling of that feeling of going and fulfilling someone's dream was felt at a time when it actually coincided with the anniversary. Must have been a lot of emotions at that point in time.
Yeah, it was emotional, and some of the values I would like to mention here is that he told me to be always honest in your life, and I'm trying to be as honest as possible in my life. And another thing is that you have to be a good human being, whether you are a good cricketer or not. But just remember, you have to be a good human being in your life. So that is what I'm trying to follow,
and something that you would like to carry on as you progress in life and in cricket as well. Right, time for another quick break, but on the other side we get to know more about Cheteshwar Pujara, the batsman, the gentleman, and the student of the game as well. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.